Hello, welcome to BRAINWAVES podcast. I'm your host, Amo the Great. Today, we are exploring one of the most influential educational frameworks of the last century, Bloom's Taxonomy. Have you ever wondered how we learn, process, and master new information? Why do some tasks seem easier to grasp than others? Today, we are taking a deep dive into a framework that breaks learning into distinct levels and shows us how to move from basic understanding to mastery. Whether you're an educator, a student, or just a lifelong learner, this episode will give you a valuable insight into how we think and how we grow. Let's start with the basics. What is Bloom's taxonomy? And where did it come from? In 1956, Benjamin Bloom, an educational psychologist, along with his colleagues, published a framework aimed at categorizing educational goals. Their goal was simple yet profound: create a structure that educators could use to design curriculum, assess student progress, and improve learning outcomes. Bloom's taxonomy originally had 6 levels of cognitive skills: knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, evaluation. Each level represented a step in learning process, building on the one before it. Over time, educators and researchers recognized the need to modernize the framework, and in 2001, Bloom's taxonomy was revised. The levels were updated to remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. The revised taxonomy uses verbs instead of nouns, emphasizing action and engagement. It also swaps the top levels, with creating becoming the highest cognitive skill. Let's explore each level in detail and discuss how they apply in real-life learning situations. At the foundation of Bloom's taxonomy in remembering, recalling facts, concepts, or definitions. Think of this as the what stage. At the foundation of Bloom's taxonomy is remembering, recalling facts, concepts, or definitions. Think of this as the what stage. For example, if you're learning about biology, remembering involves memorizing terms like mitosis, photosynthesis, or ecosystem. Next, we move to understanding, where learners interpret and explain information. This is the why phase. For example, in biology, understanding would involve why photosynthesis is essential for plant life. Classroom discussions, or summarizing a topic in your own words, are ways to practice understanding. The third level is applying, using knowledge in new situations. For instance, solving math problems using learned formulas is application. In a coding course, writing a program to solve a real-world problem demonstrates applying knowledge. Now, we enter a higher order thinking stage, analyzing. Here, learners break down information into parts and examine relationships. For example, analyzing a poem involves identifying themes, symbols, and literary device. Evaluating involves making judgment based on criteria. This is the level where you assess the critique. For example, in history, you might evaluate the causes and consequences of a war. Debates or writing an argumentative essay develop evaluative skills. Finally, at the top of Bloom's taxonomy is creating, combining ideas to produce something new. This is where true innovation happens. For example, designing a new app or composing a piece of music requires creativity. Yeah. So, why is this framework so important? Bloom's taxonomy helps educators create lessons that cater to different levels. It also encourages a shift from rote memorization to deeper learning. For students, understanding these levels can improve self-awareness. You can ask yourself, am I just memorizing, or do I truly understand the concept? Can I apply this knowledge in real-world scenarios? Am I pushing myself to analyze, evaluate, and create? This framework also has applications beyond the classroom. In the workplace, Bloom's taxonomy can help employees develop critical thinking, problem solving, and decision-making skills. Let's wrap up with some actionable tips. For educators, design assessments that challenge students at different levels. For example, include questions that test not just recall, but also analysis and evaluation. Use Bloom's taxonomy to structure lesson plans. Start with foundational skills and gradually build complexity. For students, set study goals using taxonomy. For example, today I'll focus on understanding this concept. Tomorrow, I'll practice applying it. Use higher order thinking questions to deepen your learning. Ask yourself, how does this idea connect to other topics? Or what could I create based on this knowledge? Analyze and create your own projects. So to conclude, Bloom's taxonomy is more than just an educational tool. It's a guide for lifelong learning. Whether you're teaching, studying, or working, this framework provides a roadmap for mastering skills and achieving your goals. If you found today's episode valuable, please share it with your friends or colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe for more insight into the art and science of learning. Till next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep growing. Adios.